Hello and welcome back to the November 19th edition of the Huskies Weekend Recap. I'm your host, Alexis Pearson. This weekend in sports was as full as your belly will be on Thanksgiving Day, so let's kick it off with the men's hockey team, who kept the good times rolling this weekend against Bemidji State University. The Huskies got their third shutout of the season on Friday with a 2-0 victory against the Beavers. Easton Brodzinski and Kevin Fitzgerald scored the only goals on the night for the Huskies. And let's take a moment to talk about Jeff Smith. He tallied an assist on Fitzgerald's goal, which would be his second assist of the season. And not only did he find the score sheet, but he racked up the second shutout of the season, so pretty good game for him. And Saturday was friendly as well to the Huskies as they had another strong performance. 10 different Huskies got points on the night as the Huskies swept the Beavers in a 7-4 win. Captain Jimmy Schultz and Kevin Fitzgerald each had 2 goals on the night, while Patrick Newell had a 3-point night with a goal and 2 assists. This is the 6th time this season the Huskies have scored 5 or more goals in a single game, and they advanced to 11-1 on the season. The women's hockey team took on the University of Minnesota Gophers this weekend, and on Saturday, Kelly Panic of the Gophers found the board first with a shorthanded goal less than 3 minutes into the period. However, the third period would be a wild one as each team would score twice, with the Huskies getting the tying goal late in the third to send it to overtime. But the Gophers would take the wheel from there as they would score the game winner 2:57 into overtime, forcing the Huskies to fall by a score of 4-3. The Huskies would look for better results on Sunday as they took on the Gophers in this home-and-home series, and the Gophers would score 4 goals before the Huskies would even score one of their own. Suviola Kanan and Brooke Kaderka would cut the lead in half by the middle of the second period, but from there the Gophers would score 3 unanswered goals, and the Huskies would go on to lose this one 7-4 and fall to 4-11-1 on the season. The wrestling team was in action on Thursday in front of their home crowd at Hallenbeck Hall, taking on Chadron State College for their first regular season home match of the year. The Huskies only allowed Chadron State 2 victories on the night, those wins coming in the 149-pound weight class and 285-pound weight classes. While Brett Velasquez, Jake Barzowski, and Vince Dietz each pinned their opponents, while Travis Swanson won by tech fall. Huskies win 36-9. On Saturday, they hit the road to head to Moorhead for the Finn Grinniker Open. Devin Donovan, Vince Dietz, and Eric Halverson all placed first in their respective matches, while 5 other Huskies finished in second. The men's basketball team was in competition twice this week, first taking on Crown College on Tuesday. The Huskies had a dominant performance, winning 121-81. Gage Davis and Adam Heed Anderson led offensively with 19 points each, while Sean Smith led the team defensively with 6 blocks. This win moved them to 3-0 on the season. On Saturday, they took on Minnesota State Mankato. The Huskies played better in the first half, heading to halftime with a 6-point lead, but the Mavericks took over in the second to best the Huskies by a score of 80-77. Gage Davis was the star for the Huskies offensively as he tallied 28 points, while Sean Smith also performed well, tallying a school record 8 blocks and 12 points on the night. This is the Red and Black's first loss of the season. The women's basketball team traveled to the West Coast with Friday and Saturday matchups. On Friday, they took on Central Washington University. The Huskies weren't able to get much going, not able to tally more than 17 points in any single quarter. Despite the low scoring, it was still a close game, with St. Cloud State losing by a final score of 74-67. Madeline Damon had the most points on the night for the Red and Black with 16. On Saturday, the Huskies looked to get back in the win column against Concordia University, Oregon. Concordia led by 1 after the first quarter, but the Huskies shut it down from there, allowing Concordia University, Oregon to score only 8 points in the second. The Huskies would go on to outscore their opponent for the remainder of the game, winning 66-55. Mally Doucette tallied 19 points on the night for the Huskies, while teammate Madeline Damon had another strong night with 16 points and a steal. Last but not least, the men's and women's swim and dive teams competed at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire this weekend, with both teams coming home with first-place finishes. The Huskies also tallied 27 first-place finishes in individual matchups, including both the men's and women's 200 medley relay teams, David Clossy in the men's 1,000 free, Krista Lee McCadden in the 200 fly, and Whitney Fuse in the 200 backstroke, among others. This Thanksgiving weekend home action only includes women's basketball as they host Northland College with a tip-off set for 4 p.m. at Hallenbeck Hall. Tickets for all home games can be purchased at sdsutickets.com, and keep a lookout for Black Friday ticket deals on Huskies social media. As always, you can catch UTVS Monday through Thursday on Spectrum Channel 180 and also on Facebook Live. Thanks for watching and happy Thanksgiving.